Digital Romance TV.
Hi, and welcome to Digital Romance TV. I'm Bobbi Palmer, founder of DateLikeAGrownup.com. And today I want to talk to you about making decisions regarding how fast you should get to know someone and how quickly you should invite them over once you do. Because I got an email today. I'm going to go ahead and read you the email, and then I'm going to answer this question because I get questions like this often. Okay, the email. Hi, Bobbi. I love your emails and videos, and I've learned a lot from you in the short time I've been listening. Your expertise helps me, especially as a woman dating over 40. Thank you. My question is this, and I suspect others might also like to know your response. When is it okay to invite a man over for dinner at your house? I met a man on Match.com. He wrote to me initially. We emailed a few times, and I decided to meet him for coffee, even though I wasn't instantly interested, which I'm so glad. You can't always be interested right away. We spent almost 3 hours together before I realized how much time had passed. So she talks a little further. The conversation was fun and stimulating. When he walked me to my car, we were still talking, and he asked if we can get together again. He offered to email me directly to make the plan. We did meet again a few days later for dinner and conversation. Again, it was very enjoyable. Then he asked me for another date and let him pick me up at my house. So she talks about they went out again. They went to a local place for dinner. Really enjoyed him. He's a widower, quite intelligent, has kept himself very busy, and I'm very interested in him. So now we have another date scheduled for Saturday. We've also been emailing. I've thought about inviting him over for dinner prior to our date. Since he always picks up the tab, I thought it was nice to do. What do you think? Is it too soon? Are we becoming too comfortable too fast? He hasn't even kissed me yet, by the way. Damn, this is a really good question. So two things. Number one, how fast is too fast? And I want to say there is no rule. There is no rule about how quickly or how often you should, get to know someone and meet them for dates. Here's what I will say, though. There are red flags. When I hear somebody tell me that they've met somebody and they're constantly texting and emailing and they're seeing each other every day, then I'm going to get a bit of a red flag, because if you're meeting grown-ups, if you're meeting adults, I mean, people have a life, right? So that gives me a bit of a red flag. The other red flag is when I hear somebody talking about this person in terms of how he really digs me, or he's really making, talking about what we're going to do in the future. Future talk when you're first getting to know each other, that's a red flag. And the idea of someone being so interested in you, and if I didn't hear Anne talk about the qualities about him that she liked, or if I didn't hear her talk about how much she enjoyed being with him, I would be worried that she was being swept away. But I don't see any of that in her email to me. I don't see that they're just like obsessed with each other. And I don't see that they're having this future talk, or that she's not thinking with, like a grown-up, as I say, with her head and her heart. So I'm not worried about them seeing each other too often. How about her inviting him over for dinner? She needs to be able to decide, does she want to have sex with him? If she's ready to have sex with him, and if she is, invite him over for dinner. But if she's not, I want her to be able to talk to him about the idea that he's coming over for dinner, and what's happening in the kitchen is not going to be leading to something happening in the bedroom. So if you feel like you can talk to each other and you know him well enough and you're comfortable enough to talk about, okay, I'm inviting you over for dinner, here's my boundary, you're setting your boundary, go for it. Then go for it. But if you're not ready to have sex with them and you don't feel like you can have that conversation yet and be really clear and keep your personal boundary, don't invite him over for dinner yet. I don't recommend it. So I would tell Anne, keep enjoying this gentleman, keep enjoying getting to know him, keep going out with him. You're not going too fast. Just be really clear about what you're ready to do and what you're not, and be able to, I don't know, date like a grown-up and have these conversations with him when the time is appropriate, and have fun. So Bobbi Palmer here with Date Like a Grown-Up. I hope this really helped you make some decisions about your comfort level around getting to know somebody at a certain rate, and when it's the right time to actually invite them into your home.